Greetings and welcome back to the weekly news roundup. Whew, I just made it. I was working on some stuff and actually I'm a little bit, I think I'm a little bit dark yet. Hold on, let me brighten myself up just a hair. I don't know. I did not get a chance to set everything up. I was working on getting a couple new builds and some things. Oh man, the computer's still asking me questions over there. And so I did not get a chance to test all the lighting as thoroughly as I should. I look a little washed out there, but the green screen's better. We'll just go ahead and go with that today. All right, well, how's everybody doing today? Let's go ahead and check on the comments, see how we're doing. Yeah, it's still bad. Ah, man, I might have to play around with this a little bit while we're working here. Let me, can I easily do that? I don't know if I can easily do that from here. There we go. Let's drop that down. Whoa, hi, I'm half disappearing now. Let me check one more thing. Let me give you guys back to Kitty Cam, and I will be right back. All right, that looks a little bit better. All right, got some things out of the way. Darkened up the kitty cat. That's because my light system, which is now right over here as of last week, actually contains green light, so it adds a green glow to myself, and there you go. That will contribute to me disappearing into the green screen. Let me go ahead and get the Discord set up over here so I can monitor what's going on that way. I hope you guys are all having a good week. All right, let's see. Now we're looking better. Jeffrey, updates? No. If I didn't ask for them, then forcing me to acquire them is entrapment. Interesting. Another MN in North Dakota, Minneapolis, North Dakota law says if someone sends you something that you did not order that is a gift, you never have to pay for it. Actually, that's a federal law. That happened in, was it 70s, I think? Or 80s, when these big catalog sales were big and people would be sending these amazing gifts to you and then they'd send you a bill. The post office is like, no, you sent it. That's your own prerogative. I'm still a little too dark here. Let me brighten myself up a little bit. There we are. Hey, that's just about perfect right there. Whoa, now it's got to stop bumping the microphone. All right. Yeah, those are federal laws, actually. Plan possession used to be entrapment in all 50 states, so now not invalid. All right. Good evening. This is going to be interesting. Absolutely. Brave browser caught again stealing data from users. This time it's whenever they sync to Google services. Interesting. Do you have, send a link on like Discord or something, or email it or something. Don't drop it in the chat. I won't look at it here. Let's see. Google's now cutting them off for doing that. Google cutting people off for harvesting their data. Okay, Google. DuckDuckGo, type in restaurants. They'll show you restaurants near your house. They'll track your location. No, they're not tracking your location. What they're doing is the browser knows what IP address you're at because that's built into the browser. The IP address has a location service. DuckDuckGo is not tracking that data. Let's see. Let me make sure the data send them whenever you do a search from their default search engines. I don't think they get any data, by the way. They get money from Yahoo. I think you need to go back and, believe it or not, I'm actually going to say this. Spatrick, take off your tinfoil hat. That's me saying that, who has a tinfoil hat series, okay? No, you are completely misinterpreting some things in tech here. All right, reinstall the newest Brave browser and indeed send everything when you log into YouTube. Very interesting. Okay. More about them taking it without your knowing. Yes, when you're looking for something on the fly, they'll get your location. When you give it to them, location services can be turned off. Now they're grabbing a general location from the IP address. That's what they're doing. Hello, Troy. Greetings. Wish that Wolf, I guess it is. Libra Wolf would stop using a border around its window. All right. You start page instead of Google results in almost the same way. The Chaos Virtual Machine was bricked after installing updates due to a kernel panic. I'll need to install the Linux LTS kernel alongside the standard on the Arch systems. Yeah, that's why I use the LTS usually, even on Arch. 6 months ago, without updating Arch, I get something good. Downgrade and not upgrading certain packages can be good. All right. Let's see. SSH or HDD and why? I still like hard drives. The ability to push a button and instantaneously have everything 100% instantly fast is not nearly as important as stability of data. Okay, I still have hard drives 20 years old that still work perfectly fine. Now, they're slow as molasses because the technology of that age was much slower, but they still work perfectly fine. When a standard hard drive starts to go, you know it starts to go. There's signs and warning notices it's starting to go. When an SSD goes bad, it is bad instantly and you've lost everything on it. So for me, the stability is a greater compromise than the speed. And so I prefer hard drives instead of SSDs. Let's see. It's the Arch Experience. Q Desk Panther. Hello, Braylon. Greetings. I haven't seen you in a while. How's it going? Or maybe I'm just blind. Greetings, Moonbase Alpha Grace. Finally got the laptop updated. Linux Girl is back for 2021. Very cool. Welcome back. Some technical difficulties as the cat has deposed Tom. That's right. The kitty has deposed me. Cat will now host the show live. Yeah, I had to turn off the overhead lights when I go live with the news because it adds a green tint to me and that causes me to disappear into my alien self. Let's see. Keegan, greetings. SSDs are faster but more expensive. So what people know is do SSDs instead install their operating system onto it as well as the programs they use. Yeah, I mean, using a hybrid approach is a good approach as well. So think about three-way boot with Arch, Linux Mint, and MX Linux. There you go. Same drive. Any thoughts on this? Good luck. I'm not a huge fan of dual booting on the same drive, but there's reasons to do it, I guess. Greetings, not Gary. How's it going there? Anthony McDonald. Greetings to you. Acting weird in the green screen. Yeah, we got that fixed up. Shoulders radiating heat to the extreme. That's right. Let's see. Confirmed. Kitty has munched Tom. I know, right? I know. Hello, Scott Andrew. Greetings. Looking forward to this. All right. If you're looking for an up-to-date Firefox with the Moz junk purge of it, Trisquel has it, called a browser. All right. Parler is the news tonight. I think we have two separate Parler stories, and I didn't even hit the main ones, by the way. Alexa, order unicorn. Hey, Alexa, order unicorn meat. Confirm. 2009, I received 3 brand new cellular BlackBerry devices that I didn't order. Shipping label was Chinese, so I thought maybe I was being pulled into a scam. Gave them to US Cellular. There you go. Android 11 ROMs are here, but I still cannot install root. There you go. Let's see. Switch to Brave browser after Mozilla garbage happened in the last few days. Absolutely. Android 11 has some cat Easter eggs. Oh boy. Kitty. They want an Easter egg for you. He's like, I don't care. When I get my temptations, I'll be happy. All right. Let's see. SSD, so it's not readable when it goes bad. I was told an SSD goes back until you just can't write to it, but it's still readable. It depends. Sometimes they do that. Sometimes they do not. And so you have to be really careful about the SSDs. When they go, they go. Let's see. When Linux 5.11 is launched, Linux 5.10 is classified as LTS. Will the Linux LTS kernel automatically update? It should. I've not looked at the Irradium browser, so I can't comment on that one. RIP Firefox. That is right. Welcome from San Francisco. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started in with the privacy news, and then we got privacy. I think we have privacy, security, business, smart, and silly. But some of those, like 3 of those, are really short. So, all right. Unless you have temptations in your hand, don't speak to me, human. From the Desk Panther. That is right. That is right indeed. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started with this guy here. What is my first affiliate? That one is my first affiliate. All right, let's get started. Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. This is the Privacy Edition, and then we will also end with a little bit of security news, a couple data breaches to be aware of. And so first we have a couple of updates. First, WhatsApp clarifies it's not giving all of your data to Facebook after a huge surge in Signal and Telegram users. Of course, I did hear today, I'm not sure if it's super reliable information, that Signal and Telegram are next on the chopping block. They just don't like the fact that there's, secret messaging apps that are not tied to the big companies. And so that's interesting. Although I might ban Telegram soon here if it has one more crazy oofies, because they've had a couple in the last couple of weeks. Of course, Signal jumped up, maybe not necessarily because of this WhatsApp thing, because nobody reads the terms of service anyway. Signal jumped because Elon Musk said, hey guys, check out Signal. And so, that's what's behind that. But they published this nice little infogram to their site, and somebody commented on this very well. It might have been either this Verge article or maybe the next one's also a brief little update to this. It was one of these two articles that said, more than what it doesn't share, more than what this does say, it's much more important what it doesn't say. They're basically come back saying, hey, this has been in there for a while. We're just finally disclosing it. It's not really sharing any data. But what it is doing is it is sharing tons of metadata. They don't have metadata on this little infograph. The metadata is really what some of the most important information is. So yes, while they cannot read your messages allegedly, and you can set your messages to disappear from your view anyway, they're like, oh, it doesn't see your shared location. Neither can Facebook. Groups remain private, all this kind of stuff. This stuff was never in question. This was never the debate. The question was about the metadata. My biggest concern about this is if some fool, because they use Facebook, Facebook stuff, Facebook's awesome, you should get WhatsApp, and they have my contact in their phone attached to my name, Facebook will harvest that data, and not only will WhatsApp have it, but Facebook will also have it. That is explicitly in the terms of service. Explicitly on their website. That is the big concern, because I'm not using WhatsApp, I'm not choosing the WhatsApp, and I don't want that data associated in any way, shape, or form with Facebook and or WhatsApp. But I can't go around to everybody's phone that I might have casually bumped into once or twice and demand that they remove my contact from their phone if they have WhatsApp on it. That's unreasonable. And so that is what my biggest thing is. And notice that the infograph has nothing to do with that. But anyway, they basically come out because everyone's like jumping off WhatsApp, and now they're like, oh, but it has a lot more to do with a lot of other stuff going on in the world, though. So we have another one. Facebook tells WhatsApp users its data collection isn't too bad. I mean, once again, just two different articles on the same thing. I included both of them there just for completion, one from the WhatsApp side and one for the Facebook side. Let's have an update to Big Sur. This is 11.2 Beta 2. Removes the filter that allows Apple apps to bypass third-party firewalls. So this was one of the big deals when Big Sur came out. The big deal in Big Sur, as it were. I feel like I need some green eggs and ham here, right? The Big Sur, as it were. And Sam, I am. So the problem is that if you had a third-party firewall, Apple apps would bypass that firewall. Well, they're apparently removing this. At least it's in the beta. So this is good news for you guys on Apple products looking to utilize your firewalls. So this is good. Hopefully that it actually does make its way into the final product and stuff. And so you guys using Apple out there will have a little bit of that. And now I believe we start the new news for the week in the privacy world. That's half of our news program's updates. That's all right, though. We need some updates. New York City proposes regulating algorithms used in hiring. This is exciting, right? So the bill would require firms to disclose when they use the software asked to assess the candidates. I read through this whole thing. I'm like, you know what's completely lacking? Any information about these algorithms. Because this is really what ties into that tinfoil hat edition from last week, is that there's so much data being collected. Are these algorithms just utilizing protected class systems like race and gender or sexual preference, or are they actually utilizing a lot of other tips and tools and things like that? And the fact of the matter is, the way Silicon Valley works, it does not surprise me to know that they're scouring social media. They're looking for connections. They're looking at other things. Maybe they are looking at political viewpoints in addition to other things, and they're choosing a hiring or firing decision based upon that. That type of thing would not surprise me in the slightest. And that in and of itself is one of the problems. So while they're coming out and saying, they're not saying, hey, you can't use it. All this law says, it is the most useless law in the world. All it says is, hey, if you're using these algorithms, you just have to tell people about it. Thank you, New York. That's just so useful information that I now have to tell people about the algorithms I use. What's in the algorithm? Oh, don't worry about it. We're just using an algorithm. See, we've complied to the law. So I have no idea. But really right now, nothing New York is doing is making any sense. So hey, it's par for the course. I mean, you give a Grammy and an Emmy and awards to the guy who has the highest COVID death rate, and you call him the model for what to do. That's kind of insane. Right. Linksys, this is sort of an update, but in a continuation. We talked about this Linksys mesh router motion tracking system. This makes me never want to touch Linksys products again. If you remember this crazy psychopathic dystopian thing, you put the router in your house, and utilizing where and how the signals function and go back and forth, it kind of is able to determine where you are in the house. So it can detect motion all over. Well, they're upgrading it to be able to attach the mesh network to other smart home gadgets who can also report any deviances that they notice in the mesh networks. And so they can get a clearer, more accurate picture of who is moving in your house and when and where. People, think about that. Your devices are keeping a log of all motion inside of your house at all times and feeding this data to third parties. Does it not cross your mind that this is somewhat of a dangerous thing to do? Just holy moly, that's insane, guys. So this is, of course, the Linksys Aware. Hey, Dave, you can't come in here. So, I mean, this is kind of crazy. This really is kind of crazy. And so they're tying into other things. Here's a little bit of the reports. So, look at this. Here's the Apple TV and the Office Node. They're detecting motion. Whoa, look at this. We can see who's moving. Oh, here's the motion tracking. Here's Sunday and Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. All these pretty and cool graphs that now these third-party countries have that other people can actually get in there and see. And so the hacker can look at this and go, oh, okay. So you see there's really no movement in the house between 2 and 4 o'clock on Tuesday afternoon. Looks like the perfect time to burglarize this place. Guys, this is insane. This is insane. If you think that this is cool technology that you need to put into your house, you need a checkup from the neck up. I'm sorry, my friends, but that's insane. Oh, we get yet another fitness tracker to feed all of our health data into the global cabal to be sold to the highest bidding health insurance company. So OnePlus is the next one to be coming out with an affordable fitness tracker. So you can, track your runs and all this kind of stuff and feed all your data to yet another company, with opening the possibility of it all being hacked and stolen and used against you for all sorts of purposes. So there you go, guys. If you're looking for another fitness tracker, there's a good one to avoid. TikTok accounts of younger teens will now be private by default. All minor users will have tighter privacy. I guess this is an okay thing. At least it's okay as far as if your kid's picking up TikTok and having an account. At least they won't be inadvertently sharing their data with all the strangers. They're just going to be sharing it with the Chinese data analytics and AI firm. Yeah, TikTok ByteDance property, not a good service. They might have been sold by now. I don't remember. But the idea here is this made some stink a few weeks back when it was basically said that, they were just basically promoting to make your account a business account. If you were under 13, you were basically making your entire, your minor profile publicly searchable and available to anybody and everybody to see. And so there we have it. So there's that. So now accounts belonging to users between 13 and 15 will be set to private by default starting Wednesday. They will have to manually approve each new follower who can view their videos, the company said. Accounts belonging to younger teens will have the suggest your account to others settings turned off by default, while comments on their videos are only open to people in their friends list. Users between 16 and 17 will see changes to the duet and switch. I have no idea what that means. Two features allow TikTokers to collaborate with each other or mix videos, being limited to friends by default. Platform will only allow the download of videos created by users age 16 and older, with the default settings for users 16, 17 shut off. As far as this goes, these are all good things. So there's a little bit of a false sense of security in this. These are all good steps, and I'll have to say kudos where kudos is, but still, I would not be on TikTok or pretty much any other big social media anyway. So just an FYI there. But I agree that these are good things for the privacy of minors. So there you go. And on to our feature today. This Gizmodo article is a bunch of nonsense, non-factual dribble. But what was important about it is the actual fact that people were able to extract. Now, what they were able to extract as far as location data is when you go out with like Facebook or Twitter and things, and you snap a photo and you upload that photo, Facebook and Twitter, etc., they get all this location data that they can use as they want, but they'll strip the data off of that photo before posting it online. Parler never did that because Parler's actually not well done. It was a couple people who got a good idea and then they just grabbed some software and threw it onto a server and never really looked at it and didn't really know much about what they were doing. And so with that, people could upload the photos, but all of that geolocation data that was inside of images is retained on the site. So anybody that would go on and grab any of those photos, you could grab the photos, you could look at the location data stored on the photos, and then that is available. So this one person is going through and archiving all of these so that people can, basically dox everybody who is conservative and on Parler or whatever else. And why that's not construed as a threat when doxing is technically illegal is so far beyond me. I have no idea, but that's celebrated in our insane backwards clown world. That's what I mean. I could only read about half this article. It was a bunch of nonsense, stupid dribble. But the fact of the matter is, for all you guys using Parler, if you're uploading photos, you are seriously exposing yourself. When Parler gets back online, if Parler gets back online, stop using Parler. Stop using Parler. Okay, there's other alternatives that will probably work better. Or maybe if you are forced to use Parler or whatever else, don't be uploading photos to it unless you are making sure that that location data is turned off by default, which it always should be on your devices anyway. I pulled some photos I pulled off of my phone the other day, and I double checked that. Hey, is that setting turned off? So I pulled down the photos, looked at all the metadata in the photo, and indeed, my phone lineage, hardened lineage, is not actually including any location data with the photos. So I feel nice and confident about what I'm doing, and you should do the same. So if you are going to be uploading to services like this, make sure that you are disabling location data from your camera. Turn that stuff off. There's no earthly reason the camera needs to know your location data. All right, that's like downloading a video game. We need to see all of your contacts and call logs and text messages. Why? Okay, so anyway, that is that. Let's go ahead and talk about my affiliate for today is Pro Writing Aid. If you are into writing or you need some good plugins for software or things like that, you do have Pro Writing Aid as an option. The only big downside is while they do have a LibreOffice plugin, I believe it only works on Windows. I actually use Language Tool for the LibreOffice. I use Pro Writing Aid for the web browser stuff and for a few other things, and it is a really good service, which is privacy from the beginning. You can get 20% off using my code there, tlm.li/PWA. For $20 as a monthly subscription. You can get an annual subscription for $63 or a lifetime for $319. And they do have some services available for free, so go check them out as well and see if you like them before you even buy. So with that, I think we're going to do a couple security articles and then we'll wrap this one up. All right, let's get back to comments. Get the coof out of my lungs. I got the coof. And then we'll check in on comments. Let me get myself caught up to where I am here. Let me check on Discord first. All right, let's see. It's in California. Think anything with encryption is basically used by, bad people, more bad people, and they're using it as part of their plan to ban encryption. Yeah. My school, I don't participate in social media competition. Yeah. Choose to live in a red state. I don't have to deal with this sort of nonsense. Oh, it comes. Don't worry. They're infiltrating it. In fact, I do believe that the critical race theory lawsuit is in a red state. So just an FYI. Pictures probably Japantown or go to Texas. There you go. No, looking like Texas is about to go blue. Like some portions. Really only the biggest problem is that it's the big cities that can push things. Like if you go to Texas, it is conservative land until you enter Austin or Dallas. Outside of Austin and Dallas, it is so conservative, so red, you have no idea. Like, it's so red, you drive through Texas, you'll see signs going into towns in Texas going, we love God, we love guns, if you don't like it, leave, you know? You find that. But then you go downtown Austin, everyone's like, you're not allowed to have a gun in here. Like, yeah, screw off, you're in Texas. Because Austin is like libtard land. Like, every time there's petitions for Texas to secede from the nation, but there's also petitions for Austin to secede from Texas. So, but the problem is, the fact of the matter is, the one big city in any state can always flip the entire state, which is stupid. Like, the city should have one vote on what goes on in the rest of the town. They should do it by geographic landmass regions, because you got a state like Colorado. Colorado is insanely red, except for the Denver region, which unfortunately is a large chunk. And so we get a lot of insanity around there. And that's really what you get a lot of places. Here in Pennsylvania, like, I'm in State College's libtard land, but then you leave the borders of the city and it's red guns and God all over the place. And so that's really the biggest weakness in our system, is that people really have no representation for their own views by sheer landmass, which is just weird. And city folk, they can't make it. They can't make it 1 year in the country, which is sad. Let's see. Leaving for dinner. All right. Let's see. Important stuff backed up on cold storage, hard drives in my fire safe. Otherwise, use SSDs. There you go. Yeah, personal preference, man. That's it. 2 hard drives failed, but got the data from them. 1 SSD was acting strange, but still works. Yeah, nice. Found out that Linux Mint 20.1 has boot repair pre-installed. I think that was actually either in 20.0 or 19.3, I thought. Let's see. Parler isn't exactly all that private. No, Parler's not private at all. My Linux Unix server administration class next week for my final semester, and just like the Linux desktop class, it says Linux is not supported for class software. Pardon my French, but WTF. Wait, okay, hold on. This is a Linux and Unix server administration class that Linux is not supported. This is why I tell people don't go to school. Like, when I was in, I think I was taking C++ in college. So I'm doing C++, but since I had access to the computer lab for that, I'm writing a program in Visual Basic at the same time, because converting between relative and absolute errors for physics class was stupid and annoying. And so I wrote a program in Visual Basic to do that. And so I go into class early one day and I'm in the computer lab early and I'm just compiling this program in Visual Basic. And the teacher's like, hey, what you doing in here so early? I said, oh, I wrote a program for my physics class and I'm just compiling it. She's like, oh, really? What's that on? I'm like, oh, Visual Basic and stuff. She goes, oh, I think you should give me some pointers. I'm like, oh, what's that? Oh, I'm scheduled to teach that class next semester. I've never looked at it before. Like, welcome to American education, folks. Now, she was a very good computer science person. I have no doubt she could pick up Visual Basic and, know it pretty quickly. I mean, she knows BASIC, obviously. But that's the thing we're talking about. These college professors, half of them don't even know what they're talking about. In all reality. Hey, I used to be one. I know, right? So yeah, weird. Anyway, we keep seeing companies who supposedly respect. Well, no, respecting your privacy means they have a privacy policy. You didn't know that? Come on. Proton Mail or Rain Loop? Never heard of Rain Loop. I only use Proton Mail very seldomly. I host my own email. Careful with that, alternative platforms. Yep. Yeah, careful with all platforms, Was it meant to be private, just less censoring than Twitter? Which, maybe not. Greetings, Carbon Programmer. Hello, very odd topic. But can installing themes from, say, Gnome, Look, etc., can themes be unsafe for use? YouTuber had said leave them as a cause, something about themes being unsafe. Like, you can inspect the code on themes. In theory, a theme is just basically text files, CSS, XML files, things like that. Look around at it, make sure there's no executable, script files or Perl scripts in there somewhere. It can be safe, but anything can have. In fact, we'll see here. We'll see here. Actually, in our next video section, we'll actually see that a image is causing pure corruption of Windows 10 drives now. So you gotta be careful with anything you're using. That's making no sense. Someone has their PowerShell down in San Francisco. Yeah. Let's see. Tom, and all an algorithm is just an if-then statement. Yep. Yeah, the question is, what are they if-thenning against? Or links this devices from me or my clients. Yeah. Links this to the sniper. He's in the bathroom. Walmart has all their stores, tracking everyone moves every time. Yeah, at least if I go into Walmart, it's kind of my choice, right? None of this stuff surprised me. I know, right? I know. Fitness tracker, what else are they tracking? That's a good question. Who knows? Don't like Netgear personally. I've never had good luck with Netgear. I find Netgear stuff breaks too fast. Turn off your Bluetooth when you go into any store as well. Yeah, I don't even take my phone into stores anymore. I mean, heck, in this day and age, I don't really go into stores anymore. Yes, the Google Fitbit acquisition is complete. That is actually in our business news today. Xiaomi is going to be in the Trump kill list. There you go. TikTok is creepy with kids, but it's not the type of thing I'd want them to use. Yep. Used to use Tenda, currently using Asus as a router. Been part of social media since the Google Plus days. I know, right? Be a TikTok girl, but I'm just a bearded dude. My wife says she's okay with me not being a TikTok girl. I've not seen Idiocracy. TP-Link, yeah, TP-Link is still pretty good right now. What do I hear about Mastodon? I don't know. I mean, I'm on Mastodon. I'm on the Fostodon server. Up Rumble, but they wanted my address. It's not a required field. They ask for it, but it's not required. You don't have to give it to them. Picture you take has your location date embedded in each one. This is a copyright started with GIFs, first became better than bitmaps back in the day. Let's see. Is cheap old 720p travel camera anyway? Location data isn't even possible. There you go. That's the way to do it. Woodson had to run people off who parked in front of my house playing Pokemon Go when it came out. Get out of here. Yeah, buy Mewtwo for your business, though. Yeah. Austin is the Cali of Texas. Yeah. Yeah, Fort Worth isn't all that bad. People from California seem to be moving to Texas, complaining about taxes and bringing voting patterns with them. I know, right? It's like, we're going to leave this insane place from the taxes. They get there. There's no social programs. We got to raise taxes. Yeah. Austin is a beautiful place. So I will agree with that. Conceal and open carry here. You have to pass a federal background check to get a permit and a weapon. Low violent crime. Most criminals don't want to die. You have to have a federal background check to get a permit and a weapon? Really? Well, no, okay, yeah. You need a federal background check to buy the weapon, but not for conceal. I was like, wait, what? You need a federal check for carry conceal? No. You do need a federal check for a weapon. All the time, no, guys, there is no loophole for, trade show loopholes. That does not exist. But yeah, I mean, I used to live in a state that had, you didn't need a carry permit in a state I used to live in. You just, as long as you lived there 6 months, were in good standing with the law and had a driver's license, you did not need to have a carry permit. You just carry. And we had like no crime at all. Other than, we had some meth heads, but other than that, no issues. California, not entirely by their own choice at this point. Not too crazy about Texas. I'm sure they feel about the same. College charges you for nonsense. I had to take calculus for a biology degree. Yeah, I understand that, though, because the mindset that you need to adopt for calculus will help you understand biology. I don't regret taking calculus. I think calculus is an excellent and useful class. Of course, I was a college professor, so... Corey, I'm not going to answer the library question again. I'll let other people answer you for me. No, I'm not on library. It's a crap company. Thank you. Thank you, Farron, for that. Oh, yeah, I'm never going to give out. There you go. Link to Tom's TikTok? Yeah. I don't have one. Uh-oh, I have a TikTok? Oh, okay. Okay, my video about TikTok. I'm like, I don't have a TikTok. What are you talking about? Gold guns and GNU. Java or Flash? Hi from Poland. Maybe a movie about bash code. All right. Maybe. All right. Well, let's go ahead and, wow, that took way too long to get through the comments. We just have a couple of, what are these? These are security stuff. We just have a couple security ones. And on to our security news. The first is, thanks to Quint for this one, if you are using a Ubiquiti router, hold on, OBS error. And on to security news. The first one is for you guys using Ubiquiti routers. Thanks to Quint Berkeley giving us this one. They had a leak in one of the third-party services. This is the danger of third-party services. They're not always all that good. They had a leak in some data, so they're requesting everybody to change the password and enable two-factor authentication because, hey, this is a whole stupid router system for your own local router system that requires a connection to the internet to use. Guys, just get rid of Ubiquiti. If you actually need to get onto the internet to manage your local network settings, it's a stupid device. Okay? I don't care how many bells and whistles it has. You don't need to use the internet to manage a local device. So anyway, there you have it. Change your password, enable two-factor authentication because Ubiquity did just fine, but a third-party person got on there and screwed some stuff up. Hackers steal the Mimecast certificate used to encrypt customers' Microsoft 365 traffic. How exciting. So this affects, was this about 10% of the M365 customer base? It's basically a reseller. There's all these reseller companies I'm finding. So there's all these reseller companies that have all the M365 accounts. And one of them leaked a whole lot of data. That's about 36,000 Microsoft 365 customers. And they got in there. They were able to encrypt traffic and basically get in there. Anything you could do by stealing somebody's security certificates. So there you have it, guys. There you have it. Use local storage. Don't be using online stuff like that. And our last security one is a new Windows 10 update introduces a bug that craps your hard drive when you see a particular file's icon. That's exciting, isn't it? So it is a crucially underestimated NTFS vulnerability. And basically, if you're running NTFS, which most Windows systems are, and you look at this, here it is right here. We can look at it. I'm on Linux Mint. I'm still too scared to do this, even though I'm on Linux right now. But apparently, if you run this little command in here, there's something about it that completely crashes your entire file system and corrupts the entire drive. Way to go, Windows! Once again, we have the most amazing stuff. Watch this, guys. I can just see some coder back there going, I'm going to introduce this really funny bug. It's going to be hilarious because we don't have any QA teams anymore. It'll be really funny. Watch this. You know, and then, of course, half of the world's Windows computers blow up. So if this is you, welcome to Linux. So there's that. Well, if you want to help support the channel, head on over to my Subscribestar page, subscribestar.com/switch2linux. You can help support the channel over there, and you know, you'll get the access to the back-end streams. If I do any more fiction ebooks, you'll go ahead and get those as well. Other benefits and perks there over on Subscribestar. So thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Alrighty, and business is next. I got business next. Codes might be quicker explained by DistroTube. Yeah, DistroTube does that a lot. I use Bash only to the extent that it streamlines my workflow. Tinfoil TikTok, there we go. Playing Pokemon Go a few years back and picked up a Pikachu in the Boston Galleria shopping mall. Houston Galleria shopping mall, there you go. Yeah, never mind. I was going to tell a really bad joke, but is 2FA insecure? It depends on what type of 2FA it is. Greetings, Shelly from India. How's it going there? Not know you said that out loud, right? Wait, what? Oh, yeah, talking about Pokemon. I know. Change partition type to ext4. Windows 10. Now, breaking hard drives. That's right. Yeah, that's the first time I saw the cockroach. Woohoo! Thank you for using the cockroach, Joseph. That's actually the first time I've seen the cockroach live. Now I'm going to have to get some bug spray, clean up my computer. Jeez. Okay. For donations on Subscribestar instead of Patreon, it doesn't really matter to me. I think Patreon takes less, I think. I don't remember. I don't really care. I have 3, Patreon, Subscribestar, and Think Life Media. It doesn't matter which one you use. They're all about the same. Switching to Fish as my shell was the best decision I ever made for my workflow. There you go. All right. Subbed on Patreon. Don't know if maybe SwitchLinks prefers Subscribestar due to just the plug just now. No, just stay on Patreon. If you're on Patreon, just stay on Patreon. They're basically equivalent to me. All right, let's see. Okay, I'll click on that one later. Thank you. Half the human race, I sincerely apologize for all the millennials in In the centennials of the world, we have to grow up and be influenced by the stupidity, wet brain foolishness of nonsense. It seems like I am the only smartest one out of the generation, but out of a bunch. See, I know several younger guys that are actually pretty brilliant, pretty intelligent. It's you're really brilliant, intelligent, or a complete numbskull. I haven't seen a lot of in between folks. We are a radicalized generation, that's for sure. Let's see. New technology file system. My college window instructors say it means not trusted file system. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty much it. I did officially wipe the old Windows 8 off of my media PC because I spent all last weekend trying to recover that stupid thing. Like, no, Windows sucks. Windows is so frustrating. It's just like, oh God. But anyway, we got business, huh? We got business. Get the coof out. All right. And what's our affiliate? Our affiliate is that one. Let's go ahead and get started. Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. We are doing 3 sections today. We're going to do business, and then we're going to do a little bit of smart news, which is all very much just kind of smart tech business. And then we're going to end in a little bit of Sillyville. So stay tuned here. We're going to start in with the business and just an update. Number 1, Google completes the purchase of Fitbit. So yes, Google, which is owned by Alphabet, which, by the way, is now creating a health insurance company, has now purchased Fitbit. So my prophetic rants from the very, very early days of tinfoil hat time back in the cringy early videos of Switch to Linux all did come true. Fitbit did indeed sell itself to the highest bidder, which happened to be an insurance company. A little bit of ways around, but it did actually get there. And so now Google has official full access to all of that health data that you guys gave it through those amazing little Fitbit apps. You guys, you had 3 months to delete your crap out of there before Google got its little googliness all over it. But that is all over now. Google now owns your fitness data. Good luck to you, sir and ma'ams out there with Fitbits. And another update, AT&T finally sacrifices DirecTV Now on the altar of failed Dish Network. And so AT&T does announce that the recently created, 4 years ago, DirecTV Now, was this like a streaming, like kind of like live TV streaming type stuff? I don't know. I didn't pay much attention to this, but whatever, it's dead now. So thanks, AT&T. You got rid of yet another piece of garbage. And now we're starting in on the actual news. Hey, we only had a minute and a half here, about 2 minutes instead of like the 4 minutes on the privacy video this week. New tech places cars instrument panels with a holographic display. I actually think this is a cool thing. As long as it has the ability to dim it, brighten it, dim it as needs be, maybe move it a little bit. Now, what we see here, though, is with these guys here that are propping this thing up, I think these are very distracting. So I don't really like that. I love the idea of these. So if you can figure out how to get this guy up without these obstructing the view, and since these guys are semi-transparent, and if we can modify the basic look, I think that's a cool thing. Probably the best of the holographic technology that might be coming out soon. But it's interesting. And I don't know. What do you guys think? And if you guys happen to know, where is this photo taken at? Let's see if the internet can identify where this photo is taken from this picture here. That'd be a neat thing if somebody actually knows. I was watching an old unsolved mystery the other day about a guy who broke out of jail. It turned out that it was the state pen, which is not too far from me. And some of the scenery they were showing where he escaped from. Dude, I've been there before. It's like, cool. I'm in a set of unsolved mysteries, you know. So see if anybody can unsolve this mystery. Where's that stretch of highway there? So anyway, let me know in the comments down below. But that's a cool, kind of a cool new technology business type thing. I'd put that in my car as long as it wasn't tied to a bunch of other crazy, weird data collection type crap. Kohler's has a brand new touchless design toilets and bathtubs for $16,000. Okay, I'm all for touchless technologies in public restrooms. If I go into the public restroom and they're like, hey, we're going to go ahead and have touchless stuff so I can go into the restroom and not touch anything, I'm all about that. But having a $16,000 touchless bathtub, why? Why? I mean, I get this scenery. I mean, man, look at this guy. He's got this beautiful scenery overlooking a city and his full touchless bathtub with the nice purple LEDs here. Really cool set. But do we really need a bathtub and all this stuff for your own personal home? Like, you just get in the shower and it just turns on. You don't have to touch anything. Like, why? Why? Am I the only one who thinks this is stupid? Here's the touchless bathroom faucet. Oh, Lord, it's the intelligent toilet. Hey, Dave, I see your butt, Dave. If you guys didn't see that True Stream Media about the anal print stuff, that was a glorious True Stream Media video. Very interesting stuff. But yeah, here you go. In your own house, you are so terrified of anything and everything that in our own house, we need to have touchless, contactless stuff. Okay, said I'm all over this stuff for the public restrooms, but you know, we already have all this stuff in public restrooms. We don't need $16,000 for contactless stuff. This is weird. I don't know. This is getting weird. This world is getting weirder. It's getting even weirder too. Google bans Parler app after its users flock to avoid censorship. This is very interesting because what we're going to see here is we're actually seeing what is literally, without a lot of unequivocation, antitrust. But do you think we're actually have any form of administration or government right now that's going to support do this? Of course not, because this is corporatocracy. And in a business world of corporatocracy, the businesses make the rules. So Parler, it's growing too big. Everyone in big tech, it's growing. Kill it. And so that's what they did. They just got together and killed it. So anyway, Parler is one of the fastest growing apps in the world right now. It's been somewhat salvation of those. Now this is Google. Of course, Apple kicked it off its app store and Amazon kicked it off. So it's not even really online right now, unless it is by now. I don't know. I don't use Parler. When a social media site wants my phone number, no, sorry. But anyway, this is just going on in our world right now. I'm not going to spend a lot more time talking about it. You guys are probably sick of hearing about Parler and being kicked off. But I want to bring this up just because this is exactly antitrust. And yeah, we're not going to see anything about this because, it has different alignments than the powers that be. So, government may not be able to censor you, but they're paid off guys. Not Gary, put that thing in my Discord server again. It's creepy. And our final story today, an ISP in Idaho blocks Facebook and Twitter citing censorship concerns. This is a glorious, glorious piece of trolling. This is the best trolling of 2021 so far, and I don't think there's going to be any trolling better than this, because it got all sorts of people to jump down and talk about, but net neutrality, because guess what saved it? The net neutrality laws of the state. The thing we don't have on a federal level anymore. We've got to get rid of net neutrality. Companies won't do anything. So here's a company going, oh yeah, here's what failure to have net neutrality laws have. Boom, we're going to ban Facebook and Twitter. Why? Because they're getting too many complaints from people. This is what they happen to say, or this is just a glorious article. North Idaho internet provider has confirmed it is blocking Facebook and Twitter from its Wi-Fi service for some customers due to censorship claims. They provide internet services. Let's see, your T1 Wi-Fi provides internet services to North Idaho and Spokane area. The move comes after Twitter and Facebook banned President Trump from their platforms due to the incitement of violence and undermining the transition of power. My Lance, can we stop talking about that stupid lying talking point? No, he did not incite anybody to violence, and no, he is not undermining his transition to power. In case you happen to miss the stupid press conference that has been banned, he said, people, if you're violent, go home. You're not part of our cause. Do not do violence. And he said, I am going to commit to a peaceful transition of power. His exact words. Oh, my lands. But you can't hear those because they have been banned. My lands. You have to go find it on like BitChute or something. You can actually hear what the president actually said, and it is not an incitement to violence. But anyway, I digress. Social media sites banned the president due to violation of terms of service because Twitter and Facebook are private companies. Their bans of the president do not violate the First Amendment, which protects speech from being limited by the government. Their actions, however, could violate the state law. Well, T1 Wi-Fi is a private company. They can do what they want. I know, I just broke all those lefty minds out there, but come on. Your T1 Wi-Fi said it decided to block Twitter and Facebook after the company received several calls from customers about both websites. It has come to our attention that Twitter and Facebook are engaged in censorship of our customers and information. An email to its readers read. The service provider said the change would go into effect on Wednesday, January 13th. And an email posted to Twitter by a customer, Krista Yep, the company said it was fielding calls from customers asking that the service not display the sites on the internet and that they didn't want their children to be able to access them. There you go. And so, of course, they're coming out, oh, my lands, you're blocking this. It's the same thing like the Uganda election. And the Ugandan government is blocking Facebook and Twitter, and they're coming out saying, you can't silence us. If you silence us, you're taking part in, like, this violates the open internet. Like, the mental loops it takes to get into the mindset of these people is staggering. It's very interesting. So anyway, they're being saved by nothing more than a net neutrality law. So a net neutrality law may keep Twitter and Facebook on the internet. Kind of like that law that we said we kind of really need so that companies can't do this. And this raises some interesting points. Now, do I think it's an amazing thing? I think it's hilarious. If I were living in that area and I actually use Facebook and Twitter, I might be bummed. It doesn't look as though it's something that is blanket disabled. It just looks like something some customers can disable. Basically call it parental filtering, I guess. But the point stands is this, is that when we're looking at these different things and we're looking at these different services and all these different factors coming into it, we have to understand you can't say it's a private company on this hand and then deny another private company for doing something on the other. You want to say, but Facebook and Twitter, they can ban the president because they're a private company. Well, go tell that to the baker that you dragged through court because they didn't want to bake a cake for you. They're a private company as well. Do you want the private company to make their own rules, or do you not? What about all the private companies that would really like to open their doors right now and make a living so they can pay their bills and be a productive member of society? They're a private company. Can they not do anything? These are the things we need to think about. This company here, they get the A+ 2021 award for the best troll of the year because they did an actual action thing which showed us the importance of net neutrality and got us talking once again. Brilliance. Brilliance. Kudos to you, T1 Wi-Fi, even if you're forced by your state's law to reinstate them. This is a brilliant thing to do, and I'm telling you guys, perfect. All right, we're going to go ahead and look at our smart tech next. Before we get there, though, we have an affiliate in A2 hosting. If you need a website, use my affiliate, tlm.li/A2H, and you can go ahead and use my code there, get some shared hosting as little as $3 a month for your first term, and then it goes up to $11 a month. The prices did go up a little bit, and that's because cPanel jacked everyone's licenses up. My personal hosting fees are going to double. That's insane. So that's unfortunately hurting all of us at this point. But nevertheless, that is actually across all companies as well. But you can use the affiliate there. You can get 3 years, up to 3 years of this. So if you need the servers, you can get 3 years at $3 a month. Pay that up front. So go ahead and do that. And now we'll go ahead and have a look at our smart news. Alrighty. Yeah, not Gary's trolling me again with that creepy thing in a mask. Jeez. Bypass Facebook by using VPN. Yeah, yeah. Absolutely. Subbed on Patreon. Let's see. Did that already. First time Windows update screwed up royally. Oh, I know, right? Some ordinary gamers switched to Linux because of Windows updates that corrupt his hard drive. Nice. Windows update deleted that. Yeah, gaming on Linux now. Yeah. Morning from the UK. Well, good morning, UK. No fitness tracking watchers gear for me. Workout naked and alone. America's Finest, that's way too much information. TMI, TMI, TMI. Like how the warning in the right in the middle shows, yeah. So naked and alone sounds like a TV show. No, it sounds like starring Macaulay Culkin, Homo Alono. Right. Oh boy. Running mostly vanilla Debian Buster right now. Let's see, a few GNOME tweaks, updated kernel, few proprietary drivers. Been fantastic so far. California, the photo. All right. Where are we at in California? Is it that I-80 stretch? I should know that I-80 stretch. I've driven that I-80 stretch numerous times. Car instrument panel wrong. Back of semis now let the front camera show the cars following them. What's hidden from the passing traveler, see-through for passing idiots. There you go. For the batteries. Die just standing there looking like an idiot. Okay. My fellow programmer coworkers always push Fedora to me. I like my Debian. I don't know. Just tell them I like my Debian. Fighting the fight. Gab dealt with a few years ago. Never tried Parler, but I like Gab. Federal investigators are showing people use Facebook and Twitter to coordinate their... Yeah, and by the way, they did arrest lefties for the siege on the Capitol. They show a larger picture of the girl I used for my Discord pic. All right, there you go. Very cool. Fallacy to think that technology serves the betterment of humanity. All right. Clearly incited violence. No, he did not. You lost me later. That's fine, free being. See you later. I actually watched his speech. All right. No, President Trump did not incite anybody to violence. I actually watched the speech. I'm willing to bet, free being, you did not. Let's see. Who's used Pure Debian? I have used Pure Debian. Gotta stick with the approved narrative. I know I gotta stick with the approved narrative, but I'm having fun being not on the approved narrative. Right, let's see. Mint for starters, rather than simple. MX Linux is Debian to Endeavor is to Arch. Guys, imagine if all of us were in the room listening to Switch to Linux, read the news to us in person. We were chatting this up like that. It'd be so rude. I know, right? But I don't have the benefit of stopping and reading them. Are there any good cPanel alternatives? I'm playing around with ISP config right now. There's a couple other ones out there. Like I tried Webmin, but it really sucks. ISP config though, so far looks like the best alternative. I'm playing around with it, and I plan on moving a few sites to it soon to test it out a little bit further. So definitely check that one out. I've not seen Some Ordinary Gamers Linux content. No, I have not. Money could be spent on Windows 10, could be spent on getting better computer parts. There you go. All right. What do we got? We got, I think, what, two or three? How many articles? Okay, we have 3 smart articles. We're going to do 3 smart articles. We'll come back, look at the last, like, 2 or 3 comments that might show up, and then we'll go ahead and do our Sillyville, which I think we only have 4. I think we only have 4. Oh, I did not leave my blank spot. Let me put my blank spot in the middle there. Nowhere to stop. I gotta get the coof out. All right. And onto our smart. These are very related to business. Just a few new weird products. The first, I was talking about holographic images earlier. LG imagines a bed with a hidden see-through OLED TV set. So of course we first saw some of these OLED screens come up just recently, where it's really getting to look like Star Trek now, right? Where you have the holographic monitors and things like that. So now this bed. So let's see if they have a picture here without sound. So you have this bed here, and it has this bed frame, and the TV just kind of sits down there. And then you push a little button, and so you'll have your clock and your alarm and cool little neat stuff over here. But then when you want to watch TV, there's some notifications and things. You can actually slide the bad boy up. And as you slide it up, now you have a full television there. Then you can see apparently right through it. So I can't tell if this is a TV with another TV behind it or what's going on in this deal. But the idea here is it's going to slide up, and you have this see-through TV. This person really likes their television. They have a see-through TV and then a non-see-through TV right behind it. So this guy really likes their TV. Here's the other view of it. So definitely interesting. I'm kind of ambivalent about that one, but whatever. Samsung has a new bot handy. It can put away dishes, set the table, and pour your wine for you. So here is the little robot. It'll basically go and pour you a glass of wine, bring it on to you, because, yeah, the robots are going to come and kill us all, guys. Yeah, I don't want to hear you talking. I want to see creepy robots. Can I see creepy robots? Oh, Lord, there he is. So there we are, guys. We have little robots in here taking care of all of our basic household chores. I don't know. There's just something calming and relaxing about washing the dishes. I'm not really willing to delegate to a robot. That's personally me. I don't know what you guys think. But there's that. And on to our final one. We have a new enticing soft serve pod ice cream machine. So you get the pods. You get all of the, you get the little pods over here. You put the pod in here. You push the little button, and then you get your little soft serve ice cream, and then you throw away your pot. Like, guys, why in the world is all this stuff coming out in this time when we're sitting here talking about waste? I use a French press for my coffee. All right. On my French press, there is no waste. You got the coffee beans, which you can easily compost, recycle, and it's not throwaway waste. So I don't even use a coffee filter. Okay, I make my ice cream at home with raw ingredients. The milk and the cream I get from dairies that allow me to take my glass bottles back and refill my glass bottles. Okay, I just make my ice cream in my own dishes, and I store them in my own freezable container. I generate almost no waste. Like, if I didn't have 2 cats, I would fill up a 13-gallon garbage bag, I think once a month is how much waste I generate. Like, almost none. This is nonsense. On top of it being excessively expensive, this is just a commodity. You leave this along with every other giant machinery. Like, imagine just seeing the picture if you had every one of these devices out. You would have like these piles and piles and piles of clutter just in all of the little devices that are totally unnecessary. Why in the world do we need something like this? Is it just to say what we can do? Explain to me the logic of this. All right, this is silly enough, but let's just go ahead and just get right on into Sillyville, because this is just getting nonsense. And I should have just thrown that ice cream thing into the Sillyville. And so let's just go ahead and get going. Product of the year, I'm sensing this is going to be the #1 product of 2021. For $50, these are clips. They are Bluetooth frame clips that you clip on the side of any sunglasses, I guess any eyeglasses that you have as well. So it puts little headphone speakers right next to your ears. Like, I'm still looking at this, figuring how in the world does this work? Because picture the way those are going. When you have you're wearing your glasses, that frame part that's connected to is up here. If that has to sit over your ear, it's going to be horribly uncomfortable. If it just sits in front of your ear and shoots this way in your ear, it's highly inefficient. This is weird, but okay. We have clip-on Bluetooth speakers now for your little sunglasses. They have a little charging ports. It is MagSafe charging. I do like the MagSafe charging. I guess these are replacement clips in case the clips break. Yeah, that's okay. Very good. I think all of our Sillyville is pretty much weird crap. Number 2, we have a flexible smartphone. The Rollable. So notice it can be big, it can be small. Ooh, look at that, big and small. I guess you have to have special video to use it. I don't know. Look, it slides out and gets bigger. Whoa, whoa. Oh man, do we not have it? Okay, oh, here you go. Oh, look at this, look at this. Look at this bad boy. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Why? Why? Why, God? Why? 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 Okay. All right. Okay. Now we get into the crazy things that COVID era gets us. All right. These came out. A couple companies came out with these at the same time. Touchless doorbell. Stand on the mat to ring the doorbell. So you come by, you stand on the mat. Oh, look at this. Don't touch the doorbell, but I have to click to interact. All right, let's click to interact. No, I don't want to hear you talking to me. So the idea is the person comes up. Oh, bing, bing, bing. My data collection gets a notification. There's somebody on the porch. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. Yay, yay, look at this. We get the biracial family coming by. Over here, we get this. Oh, look at this masked dude showing up. Oh, this must be your Uber delivers. Yeah, boom, thanks. You can leave my Uber delivers right there. I don't want to touch your nastiness. Oh, it's the bad dude. Ha, 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 run away. Ha, ha, bad dude, run away. That's like, okay, here's a thought. I just have a random thought, guys. I have a random thought. If you're all worried about the coof, and you're worried about touching the doorbell, maybe you shouldn't go to somebody's house. Just a thought. Just a thought. Just a thought. But yeah, we have to have this perfectly sanitized, touchless society now, and it's becoming insane. I'm telling you, this is insane. What in the hell are we looking at? And now we have on to our glorious, our Razer's Concept N95 mask with RGB voice projection. Yes, we have a mask that's N95 that will basically project your voice better. We should get one of these for Nancy Pelosi, because every time she gets up to say something, I cannot hear her in that jumbly little mask, because wearing a mask actually really jumbles what you have to say and I can't hear you. Would somebody please give one of these to Nancy Pelosi so when she's up there talking, I can at least understand what she's saying? I mean, really. But let me talk about this real quick, because in case you're not following all this mask nonsense, first and foremost, the only random control study we have on masks in the COVID era demonstrated that masks don't do anything. there was a very good study back in 2017 that the control group had fewer infections than the cloth masks. Cloth masks should never be seen. In 2003, when SARS was going out in Australia, people were fined $100,000 and sent to prison for telling people that wearing a mask would prevent, for business owners selling a mask, telling people that it would prevent the spread of SARS. And now everyone has to run around wearing a mask. But remember, the N95 mask filters the air coming into you. It doesn't do anything to the air going out. That's the way an N95 works. It filters the air coming in. Remember, the talking point is you wear the mask to prevent you spreading the illness to others. So an N95 mask in the COVID era makes no sense, even though it is the gold standard of masks. Go figure that logic out for me. You spin in circles. But no, the N95 mask does not filter any air going out. It just goes out. It only filters air coming in. So the N95 mask protects you. The cloth mask supposedly protects everybody else, but it actually infects everybody else. If you actually go and look up the mask data, everywhere mask mandates are put into effect, infections go up, not down. Everywhere mask mandates are not put into effect, infections stay relatively low. Shocking. Very interesting. So here is Razer capitalizing on the nonsense and the insanity of the mask debate and giving us an N95 mask that is sure to infect everybody around you, because the N95 mask does not do what the masks do, what they tell us to wear the mask for. So go figure this one out, folks. I'm telling you, we are in a crazy clown world, and the Sillyville is demonstrating it. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and let me know your thoughts on all these in the comments down below. All right, there we are. We got all those taken care of all at once. There, okay, and I gotta get rid of that. That thing keeps moving. It's driving me crazy. All right, let's see. Right over here. Let's see. What is this? Sunglasses. Why do we have all this stuff? Gonna give it to Nancy Pelosi for me. Give me liberty or give me... Nice. All right. Let's see. Ice Peak and Fig. Sounds interesting. Yeah, Blackworm, I have a couple of videos. I think I have 3 videos on the channel now. Just go to my channel, search up Ice Peak and Fig. I did a pros, I did a cons, I did a general look, and I want to do a full overview, but I want to put some actual production sites up there first. Gamer shows how to set up a gaming VM. What about WaterFox? WaterFox at this point in time is compromised. It is fully owned by System 1, which is a data analytics company that has the scariest privacy policy you've ever seen. Windows privacy policy is better than System 1's. Pi-hole has an update for multi-Pi holes called Gravity Sync. Ooh. That's cool. I'm only left with Chromium-based internet. No, there's actually LibreWolf. Look at LibreWolf. That's my #1 pick right now. That is a Firefox derivative. Basically, it's a modified Firefox. They've modified all of the crazy stuff that Firefox has been doing in it. They've excluded it with policies and things. So look at LibreWolf. There's also a few other ones. I think there's Basilisk, Iridium. There's a few other ones I have not looked at that are all WaterFox based. First time that I have caught you live. I never realized you were so funny. What do you think of Proton Mail? Is it a scam? No, Proton Mail's not bad. And thanks for coming along, William. Yeah, I am crazy. I'm hilarious. I'm silly. I learned that way from being a college professor. I mean, I taught chemistry at 8 in the morning. If I didn't learn to be crazy, silly, and laugh at myself, no one would show up to class. So anyway. Let's see. Proton Mail. No, Proton Mail's not a scam. They are basic. They have a free tier, mail tier, and they also have some good paid services as well. They have some calendaring and other things coming out as well. So no, I think Proton Mail's fine. I haven't seen any reason not to use it. TV in bed sounds like a social disaster. I know. Parler leaked privacy. Yes, it did. Let's see. I would end up kicking it while I sleep. Well, no, because it's down inside the thing protected. Like if it's got the it's got the same stuff. Let's see, for all the motion stuff that the doorbell has. When it senses that you're fast asleep, it just closes itself for protection. Ooh. All right. Who here has used Void Linux? Into the void. See-through TVs. I'll wait until transparent screens roll up into our pockets. There you go. Use Void, like it very good, but I like other distros more. I go through so much coffee with my French press, but it's so good. Oh, I know. French press is so amazing. I switched to that when I started really switching to minimalism. Must have been about 2-3 years ago. It must have been 3 or 4 years ago. I forget. Somewhere around there, I started switching my life over to minimalism, and I got rid of all of the appliances. I had like bread machines and popcorn makers and coffee pots and all sorts of things. I got rid of almost all of it. I make bread by hand in a little bread pan, and it works just as good. Actually, it works better than the bread machine. You know, do the ice cream without an ice cream maker. You do the coffee with a French press, so much better. It's so less wasteful. You just don't have crap laying around either, you know. Jetsons predicted it. There you go. I didn't do that right. Nah, I don't know. I'll have to work on that one. Can't say I've ever actually watched a full Jetsons show, though. Who has seen improved workflow after using Linux? I have. I think so. Companies targeting convenience. That's how big tech came to the marketing. Yeah, that's right. They are hooking you with convenience, and then they were locking you into jail. I have to use Mac, Windows, and Linux every day. Not allowed to develop good workflow. It's awful. Let's see. I can accept robot made for kitty litter. Less so for ice cream and other stuff. There you go. Who here has had to use ProctorU or Respondus for any classes? Ooh, I'm sorry. Bluetooth JBuds with super bass boost. There you go. I'd rather fail than use that crap. San Francisco, who does have a kitty litter sifting machine. How cheap or common that is. Yeah, that wouldn't work for what I use. I use equine bedding, so it's like horse pellets. You can get at a farmer supply store. One bag of it, which costs $60, lasts one bag of it costs $6, lasts 3 months. And it actually works way better. Basically, it's pelletized pine sawdust. And so when the cats go on it, it opens it all up and just absorbs everything in the box, and then just smells like pine trees. So there's nothing unnatural about it. There's no artificial odors or anything. Bathroom always smells like a pine tree. You can't smell anything through it. It is like the most amazing stuff you'd ever use. And it's dirt cheap compared to kitty litter. A social distancing doorbell. So rollable on the 90s TV show Earth and Final Conflict. COVID-19 has changed technology in ways I never thought would happen. I know, right? All the turds to one side so you can lift it all out conveniently. Doesn't sanitizing everything make our immune system less effective? Yes, actually it does. It's funny as gamers, nerds, geeks, and the like were probably already spending tons of time alone prior to COVID. For me, this was probably one of the best years of my mental health. Recent mass study from Denmark too. Yeah. Can block fart smells with that. Spends a lot of time alone. I didn't feel right when everyone else was doing it. Yeah. Razer can't make a good mouse, so I'm tired of random crap messing with my mice, independent of how much money I spend on stupid things. Yeah. Two people get into an elevator, one farts, you're dead. It's better to have 3 people in there. Then they can all keep on passing the blame between each other, you know. Even if you could hear Pelosi clearly, would you understand the drunken, incoherent things coming out of her mouth? No. I don't know. That's why she's still alive. She's pickled her internal organs long ago. She was the first prototype of Mark Zuckerberg robot. Chemistry at 8 in the morning. How evil. Oh, I know. And I lived like 35 miles from campus. I'd like leave my house at like 6 in the morning when it wasn't snowing. 2021 update on email providers. Maybe. I created a Tutunoa account so I could test it around. Smart masks control your breathing for global warming. Yeah, the smart mask controls your breathing for global warming. It decides that you really aren't worth it because you have incompatible political views from what the powers that be want, so it controls your breathing to 0. Tried pour over coffee? Probably. In fact, I know I have. I have tried it before, yes. Not a lot. LibreWolf, not likely to make it into the package repos anytime soon. But you can use the app image or the Flatpak. Basic browsing and basic file storage. Any Linux distribution would work. Let's see. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Just pick anything. Any videos on minimalism? I'd like to see it from a Christian perspective. Yeah, it's on one of my channels. It's either... There was a time I did what was called Outdoor Philosophy. For a while, it was on the Switch to Linux channel. I moved it to the Christian channel before stopping it altogether. But on one of those two channels, I had a whole playlist on minimalism. So search both my channels for minimalism and see where it is. But I can't remember exactly where I put it, though. Minimalist by creating as few accounts as possible. Yep. What are you using for Kitty? What am I using for Kitty? Kitty's in the dark. Kitty's over there like, I'm in the dark. Looks kind of terrifying, really. Requires account. I will avoid it. What if Congress people are aliens just like big tech executives? Oh, big tech executives nor Congress people are aliens. Aliens aren't that stupid. On top of that, I am an alien myself, and I can confirm they are neither reptilians nor greys. Looked at Brave Fork Dissenter. I have looked at it before, yeah. It's all right. Quantum Alpha, you wrote a big article about. I can't read it there right now. I'm not going to try. Well, I want LibreWolf making it a package. Have seen some of the stuff that it does? Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and head on over to the kitty and sing "Hello Darkness, My Old Friend." So we'll feed the kitty cat and we'll wrap up. Hold on a second. I'm going to turn on the light so you can see the kitty cat. Hey, kitty. All right, yep, you can see kitty cat. Oh boy, kitty. Oh boy, kitty cat. And we actually have, if I can get her up here, I doubt I can because she does not like people. But I have a double catter in here right now. No, kitty, you've already had your kitty treats. I wanted to feed the other kitty cat. Let me see if I can grab her. I hope did I show you guys the kitty cat? Ghost cat, bye. Have a good day. Did you guys actually see the kitty cat? All right, there you go. Oh boy. Here, you want to sit on this desk for me and I'll get you a kitty treat. Here you go. What do you think, huh? What do you think? She's like, I think I want to get out of here. Oh, stay right here. All right, she got one. She's happy. What, you want to come up too? You already got 3. You got 3 and you're fat enough. You got enough. Let's just give 1 to your sister. Yeah, that's right. All right, guys. We will catch you guys next time. Have yourselves a good day. No video tomorrow. We'll be back. I should have a video on Monday, but we'll see what happens. And you can see I'm starting to disintegrate in my alien form now, so I'm gonna have to go. We'll see.